Hi, I'm Elizabeth Mack and you're watching Limelight Live. Today I'm here in downtown at the Fermentation Lounge, and joining me are my two guests. It's Scott Hall, the owner of the Fermentation Lounge, and our beer columnist at the Tallahassee Democrat, Doug Blackburn. So Scott, I hear that you're doing some new things.
We are. We're opening a retail store just up the street, right at All Saints and Railroad, called Fermentation Market, which will focus. It's going to be heavily focused on beer sales, different craft beers and some imported beers and some really cool stuff that we can't do here just because we're so limited by space. We're going to bring those in, and we're also going to bring in some sort of organic and earth-friendly and just kind of fun wines to go along and move with it as well. So it should be a cool little venue.
All right.
Where will people want to park if they're going to shop at the market? Because that's not an easy area necessarily for parking.
It's not an easy area necessarily, but we're right where All Saints and Railroad meet, and there's a lot behind it that's got about 15 spaces, and there's street parking right there that's really easy.
Is there street parking on the other side, across the street?
Yeah, street parking across the street. Well, there's street parking across the street on All Saints Street.
Okay, but on Railroad, I think it seemed like...
Yeah, there's a lot I know that they use for First Friday that you can park at, which is probably pretty easy to get in and out of. In the train station, people tend to park there at night because there's nobody there. So there's a lot of options, but I want to give everybody the option where they don't have to go sprinting across the railroad.
You're right. Especially
or sprinting back holding a big box of beer.
Yeah.
So there's a lot right behind it. That's your best bet to start.
And it opens Friday, right?
It opens Friday, December 3rd. It's our big kickoff, so we're in high gear trying to get everything done and ready.
Is there anything special going on Friday? I mean, other than, well, obviously it's going to be First Friday, but personally at the Fermentation Market, what's going to be going on?
We're going to be tasting some wines, and we're probably generally going to be doing wine tastings every other Friday and just trying different things, bringing things in. We'll probably have some food up for everybody to come through and tour and just look at the spot and kind of have it as part of the whole First Friday experience.
So when will you be open on a regular basis then?
We're going to be open Wednesday through Sunday, about 12 to 9, I think our hours are going to be. And we did that here, and we wound up being open, obviously, 7 days a week and a lot more than our initial hours were. And we like to kind of do that where we start off slow, and it's easy to expand your hours, but it's very difficult to contract them. So our goal is always to start slow, get it right, and then if there's demand, we'll gradually be open more and more.
Okay. Well, for some people that may not know about the Fermentation Lounge, I've been here several times. I love the place. I know Doug's been here several times. He loves the place. So for those who don't know about Fermentation Lounge, tell us a little bit about that.
Fermentation Lounge is a different place. The thing that brings everybody here initially is going to be the beer selection, because it's very different, it's very unique, and it rotates constantly, so it's never the same. But fermentation really wound up being more about the vibe of the people here, more so than the beer. It kind of superseded that, which is really cool, and I'm very flattered by it that all these people have kind of chosen us as a place to go. The fermentation is definitely an experience, and it's an atmosphere, and I hate to say the beer comes after that, but the people wound up being so great that the beer does actually come after that. But you can just come here and get great beer too if you want.
Is that why you like it, Doug? Is it the conversation or is it the beer?
It's both. It's a very friendly place. There's no TV screen hitting you in the face with sports or whatever else. It's about the people and the beer. The beer selection is great.
What's your favorite beer? What do you drink when you come? I know you probably... Well, I do very little. I always drink the pear ale or the fermentini. I had the sangria when I came on Sunday. So yeah, tell me.
But you like Belgian ales, you found, right?
Yes, I found that.
So,
we've got the Amagang Adoration on tap right now, which is going to be very, very sweet. And if you're going for more sweet taste, most Belgians, especially dark Belgians, the yeast will give off these sort of darker, sweeter fruits, especially on the aroma. And Amagang is I guess they were eventually bought out by a Belgian company, but they were a upstate New York-based company that brewed in the Belgian tradition with all Belgian styles, Belgian yeasts. And this is just a seasonal from them, so it's going to be our one and only keg of that.
It was my backyard brewery for I was living about 25 miles from Cooperstown, and I was up there when it just opened. It's an amazing place to visit because it's built like a Belgian farmhouse brewery. And they hosted Belgian Comes to Cooperstown events where, anyway, we're getting off subject a little bit, but we could talk about beer all afternoon.
Yes, we can.
But other than that, we do have events going on. As we have already mentioned, that it'll be First Friday, this Friday. Railroad Square is always happening. There's art, there's music, there's food, there's
the one thing I think Railroad Square needs more of. I mean, it's so cool that the folks behind Fermentation Lounge are opening a market. I think the All Saints neighborhood is becoming another destination neighborhood, like Midtown is already. But it needs a restaurant at this point. The food options are a little limited at this point.
Voodoo Dog is still around the corner. It's delicious.
Yeah. Voodoo Dog's fantastic. I love Voodoo Dog. But what Doug's yeah. I mean, especially for few drinks, it's
you want
even
junk
better.
Food afterwards.
But no, I mean, there would be a nice thing to have, you know, like a restaurant here where you could.
You mean like a nice classy
Star Seas Cafe does fine, but I think they serve dinner only on First Fridays, if I'm not mistaken. They're not. It's in Railroad Square. It's the next thing I think that will be here and be kind of a talking point for this neighborhood.
Yeah, I think so. And Voodoo Dog's awesome. Don't let me not give Voodoo Dog its props.
But then other than that, we do have some other events going on.
Not just some other. It's Santa's Winter Center. Santa will be in town on Saturday, right?
Yes, the Winter Festival is downtown this Saturday. There'll be food vendors, arts and crafts, parade. The Jingle Bell Run will be going on. So I believe it's 1 mile and a 5K, which is 3.1 miles. I hope to be running it. We'll see.
But aren't you covering it?
I will be covering it. So if you see me, you want to give
You're
a
going to be
comment.
undercover then.
Be real undercover. If you want to come give a comment, that will run in the paper for Sunday. Feel free to come find me out in the crowd. Also going on is the Christmas pageant, the best Christmas pageant ever. It's at the Community Christian Schools on Friday at 7 p.m. There'll be live music at B Sharp's Jazz Cafe with Scotty Barnhart this week. That'll be fun.
Have you met him?
I have met him. Actually, when I was a student at FAMU, he came into my jazz studies class and gave a little demonstration on different variations of jazz as through the time periods. And he brought his trumpet in, and I've seen him perform live at B Sharp's. I like to frequent there very often because I love jazz music.
He's one of the stars of the FSU Music School faculty.
I've been told that.
And he also is the Count Basie Orchestra director these days.
Okay.
So he travels with them. He's a very, very talented guy.
Amazing. He is very good, so I would highly suggest that you go check him out at B Sharp's. At the Engine Room, I rarely ever talk about the Engine Room. I've come to be a little fan of the Engine Room. I like the little techno vibe they have going some Friday nights.
Which is part of the All Saints neighborhood.
Oh, definitely.
It is a part of All Saints neighborhood. But Papa Dizio and Cope will be performing there at 9 p.m. on Thursday. St. George Islands is having the St. George Islands Island Lights. It's also their I guess you want to say their Christmas festival that they have going on. There'll be a jingle jog, lighting of the palm trees. That seems kind of cool because, you know, palm trees with lights, you know, it sounds a little festive and tropical at the same time. And Santa will arrive on a fire engine. So it seems like a nice, fun family event.
In Apalachicola, Santa arrives on a shrimp boat. Have you ever been down there to that?
No, but Katie and I talked about that.
Yeah, I saw it one year. It was
is he like
quite
sit up
different.
on a mast or something? How does he ride that?
Yeah, he's out on the...
See it. I'm still disappointed I haven't seen this.
That's fantastic.
I'm making it a to-do next year.
But getting back to Winter Festival, Scott is a sometimes devoted runner.
Sometimes.
So you're running too?
Are you running in this year?
No, almost certainly not, because the store opens the Friday before, so I would imagine that Saturday I'm going to be a little bit busy.
And tired.
And tired.
But if you do,
it's a really fun race, though. I've done it before. It's
what's the wackiest costume you've run in?
Oh, you wore costumes.
I never ran in a costume.
Because many people are wearing at least a...
Well, you get the little light up hat, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I really want the light up hat. That's what.
So last time I did, I saw a lot of people who were basically like have wrapped themselves in Christmas lights.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. One woman had the stroller, everything. I was like, where's the battery pack that you have all of that hooked up to? But you can register next door at Sandalby. It's right next to the Fermentation Lounge if you would like to run the Jingle Bell Run.
And I think he's also doing registration at Mellow Mushroom this week.
Okay.
It's until Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday.
And if you're looking for something mellow, speaking of mellow mushrooms, if you're looking for something mellow to do, it was the 22nd annual Camilla Christmas at the McClay Garden at 9 p.m. And that is on Friday. It sounds really nice. It's a candlelit stroll through the garden with some holiday music playing. Sounds real romantic, you know. Snuggle up with your boo. as I like to say. Take a nice little stroll. The Humidity Art Gallery After Dark Holiday Art Opening will be this Thursday in Market Square from 5 to 8 p.m. So if you're into art, you want to check that out. That's also something going on. The Lemoyne Center downtown is also doing their holiday art show and sales. So you should check that out. It's going on. It started
So it's a busy weekend.
Yeah, pretty much it's a busy weekend. All kinds of shopping.
And you haven't talked about any movies.
I haven't talked about any movies, but if you would like to check that out, you can check out Limelight on Facebook. That is Limelight. It is facebook.com/LimelightTDO with 2 T's. You can check out whatever's going on through the week. You can stay posted up. You don't have to wait till Friday. And also on
TDO
Twitter.
with 2 T's?
Yes. It's,
How do you do that?
Limelight, LIMELIGHT.
Oh,
TDO.
gotcha.
2 T's, yeah. And you can check out whatever's going on at any time without having to wait till Friday. Or you can just wait till Friday for it to come out in the paper. We always love you to buy the paper too. That's always great.
We depend on it.
Yes. But that is all the time that we have for this week. Thank you for joining us. Catch you next week. This is Limelight Live. See ya.
Cheers.